Hollywood actors and actresses work together in their roles in order to bring their characters to life on the movie screen, but two actresses came to hate each other so much that their legendary decades-long feud is still talked about years after their deaths. This is the case between Joan Crawford and Bette Davis, one of the most well-known and epic feuds in cinematic history. It all started in 1933. Joan Crawford was already a star by then, who made her first appearance as an actress in 1925. Bette Davis came to Hollywood in 1930, and the two would come out swinging at each other when Bette Davis's movie, a comedy called Ex-Lady, was the first to have her name over the title. Warner Brothers put a ton of money into publicity of the movie, but when Joan Crawford announced her divorce from Douglas Fairbanks Jr. at the same time, the movie bombed because her headlines in the newspaper dominated the news. People forgot about Davis's movie completely, and it flopped. In 1935, Joan Crawford married the man Bette Davis loved, Bette Davis's co-star named Franchot Tone, in a movie called Dangerous. Davis won an Oscar for her role, but Joan Crawford still got the better of her. During the Oscars for the same movie in 1936, Crawford refused to turn and look at Davis when her name was called and kept her back to her. Davis didn't think she would win and wore a dress that was less than attractive, so Joan called it a frock and made sure Bette heard it when she said it. In 1943, it said that Joan Crawford tried to make peace and sent Bette Davis flowers and gifts, but everything was returned. In 1945, Bette Davis turned down a role that Crawford really wanted, and she went on to win an Oscar for it. In 1950, Warner Brothers wanted both actresses for a movie being made called Caged. Bette Davis, who knew about Joan Crawford's open bisexuality, refused to take part and called it a dyke movie, an insult to Crawford. 2 years later, Joan had a falling out with her best friend, a woman named Catherine Albert, who was also a Hollywood scriptwriter. Albert would sell a script called The Stars about an actress who was washed up and clinging onto her fading fame. Bette Davis took the role to spite Crawford. Both women would star in the only movie they would star together in 1962, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, a psychological horror about a maimed former actress, played by Crawford, who is terrorized by her sister, played by Davis, in Hollywood. Working on the set was a nightmare. Joan Crawford's husband was on Pepsi's board of directors. Davis made sure there was Coke machines installed in the dressing room. In one scene, Davis's character beats Crawford's character, and Joan got a stunt double because she didn't trust Crawford to not actually hurt her. Knowing Bette Davis was having serious back issues, she made sure she made herself as heavy as possible, putting rocks in her pockets and going dead weight in a scene where Davis had to carry her. Joan deliberately ruined takes, so it had to be done over and over again. Joan Crawford would die in 1977. Bette would die in 19 have said that you should never say bad things about the dead. You should only say good. Joan Crawford is dead. Good. Bette Davis died in 1989.